What's the new Hyundai Ioniq 6 like to drive? I was recently parked near a charging station. My car didn't need to charge. And I got talking to the owner of a Hyundai Ioniq 6. And he very nicely allowed me to take it for a test drive. Now, he wanted to remain anonymous and so on, but I really do want to say thank you to that guy. This is what EVs are all about, helping people. And so he wanted to help my channel, which was really nice of him. So before I actually get into the drive, and I'll end up telling you exactly what I thought about the Hyundai Ioniq 6, I just thought I'd go through a few of the things regarding its specs. I've got them written down here. It won the 2023 World Car of the Year and the World EV Car of the Year. Pretty good. Now, the Ioniq 6 comes in 3 flavours or variants. Each one has got a 77.4 kilowatt hour battery, but it's on the Hyundai and Kia's 800 volt architecture, which gives it some really fast charging, 10 to 80% in 18 minutes. And I do know some people have actually timed that, and it's not far off the mark. So the 3 variants, there's the Dynamic, which is it's got a 614 kilometre WLTP. So real world, it's about 500 according to the EV database. It does the 0 to 100 in about 7.4 seconds. It's not too bad. Now, it's just a rear wheel drive, and it starts at around 81,000 Australian here. And I think this is all plus on road costs. Now, the next up is the Techniq, which has got a WLTP of 519 kilometres, which is real world 440 kilometres. Still not bad. And that's priced from around 91,000, but it is now all-wheel drive. So it's got the dual motors front and back. And so its sprint time improves to 5.1 seconds, which is pretty reasonable. And then the top of the range is the Epiq, which is about 96,000, and that's got digital side mirrors, and I think it's slightly faster, 0 to 60. It's got a very aerodynamic shape. Its drag coefficient is only 0.22, I believe, which is pretty good. Boot space, 401 litres. In the Dynamic, the front has got 45 litres. In the other two, it's only 15 litres. Yeah, it's a bit small, as you'll see when I do a quick walk around. As always with Hyundai and Kia, it's got vehicle to load functionality. It's got a Blue Link app, which is their app to control the car. It still needs a little bit of work, but it's getting there. And it can tow 1.5 tons or 1,500 kilograms, slightly under what the Tesla Model Y can pack. The front seats are 10-way powered, adjustable. On the upper two, the Techniq and the Epiq, it's got a sunroof. All these come with a 5-year vehicle warranty, unlimited kilometres, I believe. The battery has got an 8-year warranty or 160,000 kilometres. It comes with 2 years roadside assist, and there's a sat-nav update plan for 10 years. But you've got to take it in for its service to get that done. Doesn't sound like that's going to be over the air. So all up, it's pretty reasonable specs. As I said, the 3 variations. So let's jump into the car and take it for a quick spin. Electrically adjustable seats. I'm just going to have to adjust. Right. So this is the inside of the Ioniq 6. That's a touchscreen, and this is your display to tell you how you're going. So we're currently sitting on 60% charge, and it says 296 kilometers to go, which isn't bad for a 77.4 kilowatt hour battery. Okay, seatbelts. Okay, so the drive, park, reverse is a knob down here. There we go. So it's got a nice ultrasound, I'm assuming that is. So we're in drive. Doors auto lock. So this one is the Techniq. You've got the Dynamic, the low end. You've got the Techniq, middle of the range one here. And then you've got the Epic, which is the top of the range. So this one's the middle of the range one. Indicator, that one. And when you're indicating, it comes up with the blind spot monitoring. Okay, so we have some flappy paddles for regen. So taking that one up on the left hits the regen up to full, and the one on the right will take it down to 0. So I've now got that on max, and I think it says max on the panel in front of me. And the other nice thing I quite like about this is it's got a heads-up display, which it's indicating my speed and the legal speed, which at the moment is 50, because it's a built-up area, and around here in built-up areas you've got a speed limit of 50 kilometers an hour. No, not that one. Let's try that one. This is a common mistake when you change from European to well, mine's made in China, and this is the indicator, and this is the gear selector. So I expect I will be indicating with my wipers quite a bit when I change vehicles like this. It sort of happens. So first impressions, very roomy. The suspension does seem to be softer than in my Tesla, and the seat, yeah, it's not bad. So I think that's beeping because I've just gone 1 or 2 kilometers over the 70 kilometer an hour speed limit, and it does have cruise control, but I don't think I'll be using that on this short trip around the area. So down here we've got drive mode. Press it once and it goes, oh, did you felt a little bit of a boost there as it's gone into sport mode. Now we can get, and it slows down a bit for eco and then normal. So that does feel to be quite a bit of a difference between those. So if I stick it in, no, let's try indicating with the indicator. Oh dear, I don't know if that's off now. Yeah, so the speed limit down here is 80. Oh yes, very, very pleasant acceleration. I believe the acceleration in this from 0 to 100 is 5.9 seconds, give or take a bit. So you definitely feel that, but I'm going to put that back into normal drive mode now. As I said, by the look of the buttons here, this is cruise control. That looks like auto steer or lane keep assist. And you can see it in the heads up display. I don't know if it's picking it up on this camera here. So all up, this is a very, very pleasant drive. It's got some actual touch buttons as well as a touch screen type of thing there. This is a touch screen, and we'll go through that when we get back. And we've got range to empty. It says 289 at 59%. And I'm on max regen. So this car's only done 2,500 Ks in a couple of months. This has been kindly loaned to me by somebody I met at a charger, which was very, very nice of him. He didn't want me to mention his name or anything, but I do want to say thank you very much. It's really appreciative, because I did actually have a test drive booked through a company, and they backed out. You know, it's one of those things. They couldn't let me take the car for a test drive, so this gentleman's kindly loaned me the car. So that's bonging, because I'm doing 101 in 100 zone, so naughty me. So as I found out, this is windscreen washer, wiper, this is headlight control and indicator, and the bottom one down here is the drive, reverse and park.
Okay, going up to safety bay, right?
Okay. So it reads the speed signs, and we've just gone past a 70 sign, and it's dropped to 70 here. And I was doing 71. I don't know if we can turn the bonking off, but it's it can be a little bit annoying if you're like me. And there we go. But we're coming up to 100 zone. Automatically adjusting to the posted speed limit. Now it won't get there because we have cars in front of us that are not doing the speed limit, and it's got distance control, which by the look of it here, that will go closer and further away, and it's got 5, so that's on 1 and that's on 4, I think. So halfway will be reasonable. So this is set on distance 2. So let me indicate using the correct stalk this time. Can't help being stupid. When you get used to a particular indicator, when you change over, it does get a little bit hard to remember. Right, so turn off the cruise control. So a half press, 2, 3, gives you 5. A full press leaves it on until cancelled. I don't know if that is programmable for 3 or 5.
Yeah, it is.
So it is. 5 is probably good. I think I have mine set on 3. Right, so I need to change lanes, and I do like the blind spot monitoring camera. Same on the Tesla. only this is a little bit more visible in front of you. The Tesla, it's over here, so it's not quite so intuitive to use. And also in the heads-up display, if you look down here, I've got a red because somebody's there. It was also showing up on the heads-up display. So, comfort-wise, yeah, you could go all day in this. It's very smooth, it's quiet. The drag coefficient of this is about 0.22, so it's very very smooth through the air, making its economy very good. At the moment it's saying 16.3 kilowatt hours per 100k, or 163, which for a car of this size is very, very good. And when I get back, we'll go through the screens in here, and then I'll do a little walk around the outside. 2 kilometers over the speed limit, naughty me. Now the steering wheel's got a cut-off bit at the bottom, which I think will make for getting in and out a lot easier. The one thing I did find for me, with my arthritic spine and fusions in the neck and lower spine and so on, I can get in and out of this reasonably easy. I did hit me head getting in and out of the back seat when I was putting the cameras up, but it is one of those things. So you're getting in and out, not too bad. Front seat. Compared to my Model 3 that I had, this is definitely easier. The next model up has got cameras there, so you've got your monitor here to see the rear view camera. I don't know how easy that would be to get used to, because most people go out there for the wing mirrors rather than here for the camera view. It'd be interesting to take one for a drive sometime. So it's just come up school zone. However, it's Sunday. There is no school today. So it's flashing 40. The speed limit is actually 70. So I don't know whether it knows the right time of day or the day of the week. Doesn't look like it. Let's just go and park up here, do a little walk around and get a few of the outside. So press to put it into park and jump out. So getting in and out, that's not too bad for me. This has got memory seat function, I presume. Yep. Right, so memory seat function, button 1 and 2. Now, if you remember in my video on my Tesla Model Y, I was saying how getting in and out, it's keyed to my phone and will go to the setting that is saved on my phone. I don't like pressing buttons. Well, here we've got buttons. Went into drive. We'll now just go back and we'll study the inside a little bit. The steering does feel very light. And you can actually hear a slight electric motor hum. Now it's saying 40 because it's school zone. It's not. So that's why it's going bonkers. The speed limit is actually 50. And it should change just as we pass this school zone ending sign. Well, it hasn't. Interesting. Because there was no 50 sign up, it just said end school zone. Alright, so now I'm back, we can just have a little look. In front of me here we've got speed limit, the drive neutral, reverse, the cruise control setting, lane keep, distance to empty. Then we've got the speed that you're actually doing. Down the bottom here we've got battery state of charge, the level of regen, so I can go down to 0 or up to basically max regen, which gives you what they call the I pedal, which means it's one pedal driving basically. And then this is like a bar graph. We're down to 16.2 kilowatt hours for every 100 kilometers. So that's basically the driving screen. Over here we've got a variety of different things to pick up. EV. All right. So that gives you battery percentage. 5.2 kilometers to my car in Baldivis, which is where you might get it serviced, because my car do EV servicing now. They certainly started doing that for the BYDs. This is interesting. 278 kilometers with the aircon on, 285 with the aircon off. So that'll give you an idea that you can save just a little bit. And then we go back or home. And we swipe. So then you've got navigation menu, so you can do some searching and so on. Tells you where you are. You can connect your phone projection. So obviously you've got phone settings, and then phone projection, you've got plug it in, and you can have Apple CarPlay or Android Auto on here. Voice memo, climate control, warmer or ventilation. The seats in this model have got ventilation and heating. Valet mode, I'm assuming that valet mode is very similar to Tesla's valet mode, where it limits what they can and can't do, speed and so on. So quiet mode possibly just sets the speakers in the back to 0 volume so your kids can sleep. Blue Link, that's the app for Hyundai. And then obviously you've got the settings which we had up earlier. So you've got general settings and so on. Now these will scroll across. There's 3 of them. That's basically the home. And then you've got those. And going across you can have radio, media, notifications. And if you get stuck, you can read the manual, which is always something that's a good idea to do, isn't it? Okay. And then down here, you've got the park, tune the radio, so you can have various media playing, like your Spotify or something, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, navigation, and the map. So you've got actual physical buttons for that, and the volume up and down or to turn it off. Then across here you've got the climate control temperature that's set, whether it's recirc or external. Obviously defrost the front and back. You can have the fan on and off. You can send the air up there and down to your feet. This is obviously currently set on auto, so it will decide what it wants to do. And this is the on-off button. I've already discussed the 2 memory seat functions there. You've got a couple of cup holders. This looks like a key charger. Well, it does say key or G, however you want to pronounce it. So you can charge your phone there. You've also got a USB-A slot. Auto hold. Windows front and back look like they're auto. This is lock and unlock. And then this is stop the kids playing with the back window. You've got two USB-C ports down in here, which is very useful. So all up, my impressions. I quite like this car. It's very nice. It's quite a good size big saloon. It drives very, very nice. Very comfortable suspension. Is probably tuned just right. I know Hyundai do spend a bit of time tuning up suspensions for the Australian market. Yeah, it's basically, I would classify this as a large saloon car. But all up, I'd like to give it 5 out of 5. So from the back, doesn't look too bad. The side, it's got a sporty look about it. However, from the front, yeah, it's not the most inspiring front, but I suppose you could say it's typical Hyundai. So this middle model and the Epic, the upper model, only has a 15-litre frunk. The Dynamic, which is the low model, which is rear-wheel drive only, has a 45-litre trunk. What did I think of it? Well, as I said at the end of the test drive, I'd give it 5 out of 5. It is very, very nice. It's an easy drivable car. The steering was light, and overall I like it. And as you know, I've got pretty bad arthritis in the spine, so getting in and out of some cars like a Tesla Model 3 is not the easiest for me, but I could get in and out of the driver's seat here. The back, yeah, I did hit my head trying to get in and out the back, but even so, it's not bad. I think out of the 5 and the 6, the 5 suits me because I can get in and out of that a little bit easier because it's more SUV-ish, and the Ioniq 6 is a saloon. Overall, if you're in the market for an EV saloon, I would give this one a bit of a test drive. You're going to be surprised. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you found that interesting. Don't forget, can you click that like and subscribe button below? It would really help the channel. If you want to help the channel a bit more, there's a Ko-fi link so that you can offer me just a couple of bucks as an incentive. And there's also my Tesla link if you're interested in using that to buy a Tesla. So thanks very much, and I'll see you all very soon.